I'm not understanding how y'all thought something was gonna come from this whole situation anyways, dog. Like, y'all really thought Twitch gave a fuck about what's going on? Come on, bro. Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer really got away with this. If y'all niggas have been living under a rock or don't know really what's going on, Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer sexually assaulted a nigga on camera, on stream. There's been a lot of debate going back and forth on whether it's sexual assault or this nigga just acting like a hoe, or he gay, or whatever the fuck y'all be saying. All in all, the situation is still the same, because I'm gonna be honest, for me, and maybe for a lot of other niggas wouldn't really be tripping on this shit like that. It's still sexual assault regardless. It's still sexual assault. They talking about they just rip this nigga pants off and all that. I mean, at some point, nigga, you just gotta give in. Huh? I'm lying. I'm tripping. I'm just, don't listen to me. But look, these two females been doing it. Been fucking up, apparently. Nina, she was doing good for a while. Zoe Spencer, I ain't heard about her since So Illuminati. So, you know what I'm saying? Since the whole So Illuminati Zoe playing shit, I ain't heard from Zoe ever since then. I didn't even know she was still live streaming, you feel me? Apparently they still got whatever they got going on. They did have everybody come out talking about this shit. I watched Young Don He was, you know what I'm saying, talk about this shit. It's just a weird ass situation, dog. Cause it's like on one hand, I really want to be like, yeah, they should be banned for that shit. Cause at the end of the day, it's still sexual assault, dog. Y'all trying to touch this nigga meat, rip his pants off, throwing ass on him, and he don't want it. He clearly telling y'all he don't want it. Why he didn't want it, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows, and I'm pretty sure nobody really cares why he didn't want it. It's just the simple fact that he was telling these hoes to stop, and they didn't stop. Okay? Now, a lot of people are role reversing, which is valid. You feel me? They role reversing. Imagine if this was two dudes on one female. Nigga, a ban on Twitch is the least of their worries, you feel me? But in all honesty, why did y'all think anything was gonna come from this whole situation in the first place? Twitch don't give a fuck about none of y'all, and y'all been knew this. This shit been going around for the longest time. Everybody always been talking about how Twitch show favoritism, Twitch do this, Twitch do that. Everybody knows this shit. Me personally, that's why I don't stream on Twitch. My homies and everybody else do, but I feel like Twitch has changed. Twitch has changed from what Twitch was originally. And you know what? I want to do a think piece on that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna do a think piece on that. That's besides the point. We talking about Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer today. You hear me? They been on some bullshit, and I ain't recorded in a minute. So I want to get to the nitty gritty of the bullshit. Let's get to it. Like I said.
This weekend will be dubbed as the Streamer Essay Weekend. And the first incident that kicked it off was the revival of, the banning of, and the unbanning of Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer from their incident that happened about a year ago, a little over a year ago, on Saeed, Silky's assistant.
The question is, how did this even happen? How did we even get to this point? What was the motive behind trying to do this to bruh? What happened? I haven't seen not a damn video like going all the way to the beginning so I can understand why it got to this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. I mean, obviously we know what's really going on. Two chopped ass hoes trying to jump on this nigga, you feel me? I digress though. I'm just saying. What's the point? Why?
Oh my God. Saeed, hey, come here.
And Silky right there trying to help that nigga.
No, you can't.
He's 23.
No.
He's consensual.
No, he's not consensual.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
He likes it.
And then they sitting there arguing with the nigga. He's telling you, bro, he don't want this shit. I mean, right here, Nina didn't really do too much. I don't really see.
No, he's not consensual.
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah, she trying to grab that.
nothing.
She grabbed that nigga meat. Y'all seen that?
He's not
She
consensual.
reached in that motherfucker. Woo! Oh yeah, y'all going to jail.
Yes, he is.
He didn't say nothing.
Y'all going to jail.
Okay.
All right, y'all might not go to jail, but that's crazy. I didn't peep that the first time I watched this. She really reached for that nigga shit. Like really, like, Saeed, what did you do?
Oh no. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there.
What is why y'all what the fuck going on? How we get here? How do we get here?
Stay right there. Stay right there.
She go from talking to Silky about how he not consenting to just throwing ass.
Hold on.
And he ran from it.
Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down.
Nobody
You
figured.
remind me of that.
After gathering to do another one of their infamous group streams, Nina Lynn, Zoe Spencer, Silky, and
what the
Silky's assistant
fuck?
were having great times on this stream. At least what appeared to be great times. Now I'm showing you
Yeah.
these clips to do two things. One, depict what was going on prior to this situation. And
Yes,
two,
please,
because I
please,
know
please.
somebody's going to use these clips as a way to try to justify the situation that happened with him. But that does not make anything that happened to him any better or any more right or consensual. So like
Nothing,
I said,
nothing.
Zoe, Saheed,
This whole situation is crazy. Like it is so out of line. It's so out of line to the point of like, bro, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Nina, they were all having a good time. There are even videos and images of Zoe twerking on Saheed and him actually
saying.
going into the twerk as if he is, you know, accepting of said dance.
What do I do?
Now, all these things seem to be funny.
Brother, what? I'm lost. Okay. Now, granted. I think the main problem is like
in games and just streaming culture in general until Nina and Zoe took it way too far. Now I know that there's gonna be somebody in the comment section thinking to themselves, well, why is twerking considered essay? Why is him getting a dance from them two considered essay?
I don't think it's the dance that's the essay. I think it's just the whole point of how bruh was not like, he wasn't feeling that shit. You could tell he wasn't feeling that shit. Nobody was there to save him, none of that shit. He wasn't feeling that shit. Don't nobody really know what he got going on. He might have a girl that be watching the stream. She see that shit. Oh, hell no. Nah, that starts a whole nother problem in cuz life. You feel me? And it's probably a problem bruh don't need right now. You know what I'm saying? He don't need it. So, I think that's where it stems from. It's the fact that he was telling them chill, I think, but they just wasn't chilling. So I think that's where the essay comes from. It's not necessarily the twerking or it's not necessarily the twerking. It's definitely the reaching though. Y'all, I'm telling you, she reached, bro. It's definitely the reaching and grabbing and all that.
One, he's telling him to stop multiple times, but that's not what a lot of people are actually focusing on. What they're focusing on is the fact that they eventually pick him up, drag him into a room, and then attempt to strip his clothes off. Even though there are people saying no in this situation, and from my understanding, they even tried to pull out like a condom.
Man. No.
So what was the plan after that? You said what? They pulled out a what? Was they really trying to get this man a threesome on stream? That's crazy. Silky.
Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Don't do your shit. No outside clothes on the bed. Hold on. This is a nice bag. Hold on, this is a nice bag.
No, he's not consenting. He's not consenting. Yo, that's my bag.
You had a condom. Yo.
What? I heard it.
What's interesting and weird about this situation is the fact that this had been going on pretty much the whole day. There were several times in this stream in which Nina, Zoe, Saeed, and Silky were all together, in which Zoe and Nina went over and pinned down Saeed or started twerking on Saeed in many numerous ways.
He ran away. Cause I was trying to give him a dance last night, and I'm gonna hold him down. You do it. Okay. She said she gonna hold him down.
Oh my God! Why?
You've been saying so much about.
He has. Yeah. You've been talking about me. Yeah.
Babyface need a barber.
In public though?
With the kids.
Now, I'm not going to get in debates with people about what is wrong, isn't wrong, X, Y, and Z, et cetera, et cetera. But I do think that this does serve as a learning lesson to a lot of people that even if somebody did consent to something hours ago, minutes ago, days ago, weeks ago, doesn't mean that they will always be consenting. The minute that somebody says no to something, you got to stop. That's just the way that
That's a
work.
fact.
Now, this
That's a
happened
fact.
over a year ago, like I stated, and nothing happened to Nina and nothing happened to Zoe.
Wait, that whole situation happened a year ago, huh?
Always be consenting. The minute that somebody says no to something, you gotta stop. That's just the way that things work. Now, this happened over a year ago, like I stated, and so nothing happened.
Wait. What happened? Oh, that video
Nina,
clip.
Nothing happened to Zoe.
That video clip happened
now, I have my own deep dive thoughts about that on Patreon. I'm not going to discuss it in this video. But let's just say this was swept under the rug and people really weren't studying this situation until some specific incidents happened. Your Rage Gaming, yes, Your Rage, member of
Big Dog Rage,
pressed Nina at a party in which she doubled down on what she did back then. And that kind of sparked this whole new revival of the entire situation.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, like, definitely.
Huh? So, okay. I was under the impression that all of this happened like recently. They talking about this shit happened a year ago. The clips resurfaced, and I guess Saeed felt some type of way. It's definitely a bitch involved. It's definitely another bitch involved. That nigga Saeed got another girl. Well, he got a girl. And she definitely seen that shit, and it definitely came back up to the light, and it's definitely bothering cause that bitch he with right now is bothering cause I think that's how they go. If that makes sense to y'all, if y'all get what I'm trying to lay down, like listen, if this happened a year ago, there had to be something that caused this clip to resurface. Your Rage asked about this shit. She said they didn't do that to Saeed, but the clip show they are doing that to Saeed. Granted, is okay. I'm not gonna say granted because it's not mild at all. I was gonna say it's mild, but it's not mild at all. Y'all tried to strip cuz for real. Like y'all try to, I don't know if y'all trying to emasculate him or emasculate him, whatever the case may be. If y'all was really trying to get down and dirty, like I don't know, y'all really could have found somebody who was with it. Especially since it's two of y'all. It's a lot of niggas' dreams out here to fuck two bitches. I ain't gonna, the bitches not look good looking, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but
So disrespected as a person, me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you better let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You ain't see Saeed today?
No, I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him.
Now, while she did claim that she was trying to patch these situations up between Saeed and her, she ultimately denied it. Look, Saeed had been talking about this for a very...
Said Burner. Saeed Burner. They could have put like a exclamation part in him. All right, anyways, I've been vocal about this situation originally and nobody cared. It took me a lot to talk about it again. It took me a lot to talk about it again. And for the third time it has hurt me once again, where it'll take time to heal from it again. I've been invalidated by the other parties which don't realize what it did. What did it do? You not saying nothing. This is the point. Niggas need to talk with intention, dog. Say what the fuck you mean. You talking about some bullshit right here, Saeed. What the fuck is this? The first part, cool. I've been vocal about the situation originally and nobody cared. It took me a lot. It took me a lot to talk about it again. That shit. All that shit out. What the fuck happened? Why? Like, you've been vocal about the situation, nobody cared. I had a girl at the time, and this shit fucked with my relationship. And now it's fucking with my relationship again. If that's the case, say that. All this PR talk, man, PR some bullshit, bro.
Very, very long time. And he fell victim to what a lot of male victims fall victim to is that people just don't care. He ran into the gay jokes. He ran into the,
I mean, that's what happens when you don't explain, bro. That's what happens when you don't say what the fuck you meant. You trying to walk around and shit when you should have just said what it was, gang. We all see they took your shit. They was about to take your shit, gang. They was finna take you. Oh God, they was finna take you. They was finna take you up and through there. What they say? Take me through that. Take me through that. That's what they was finna do you. They was finna do you raw, dirty dog. Oh God. You should have just said what you meant, dog. I ain't appreciate that shit. And I ain't gonna lie. You should have said that shit when that shit was happening. You should have looked. I'm not going for this. Like, it all cool, fun jokes, ha ha ha. I know y'all mean well, but no. I got this going on. Niggas is scared to talk or something. I don't know, bro.
Think she bad.
Maybe I'm tripping.
You sweet, you soft, X, Y, and Z joke. He ran into a lot of backlash and scrutiny behind dismissing Zoe and dismissing Nina's advances in this situation. And to be quite honest with you, that's just wrong. As a society, we have to do a better job of taking SA.
Like I get the point that niggas they made him feel invalidated from the fact that nobody would listen to him. But what the fuck is we listening to? You're not saying nothing, dog. Now, mind you, the conversation could have been different behind closed doors with the people he know. You feel me? It could have been different. But if you want the internet to know what the fuck you talking about and not clown your ass like that, because this is the internet at the end of the day. You trying to put your feelings on this hoe. Talking about you feeling invalidated. You never... One thing I always learned, dog, because I fell victim to this shit I used to do this shit a lot. I used to always post my life on the internet. Whenever ups, downs, when I'm sad, happy, I used to post everything. Everything. Just cause. Sometimes it be a crowd. I just want somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Lonely nights. You feel me? At night it get real lonely for some niggas. You feel me? It get real cold. It get real dark. But like, nigga, talk. Say what you mean on the internet. When you get on the internet, say what's really going on. Don't put your feelings in it, because if you put your feelings in it, niggas is gonna clown you. It happens to everybody who puts their feelings on the internet. Especially men. Especially men. If a nigga get on this camera and start crying, they gonna clown your ass. And that just is what it is. Because on the internet, everybody is Superman. Everybody on the internet, the toughest nigga on earth. You just gotta say what you mean, gang. Now, like I said, I feel you. You got SA, some shit went wrong from that shit. I just feel like you could have explained better on what actually happened in the situation than what you did. You feel me? Now, maybe I'm talking out of turn, and you actually did do that sometime later on in this video. So let me shut the fuck up and watch.
More seriously, for all victims, to be quite honest with you, but especially male victims. Male victims get invalidated so often because people can't fathom how a man can be essayed by a woman. But let's be clear, it can happen.
And it happens a lot. Let's not sit here and act like we don't. It happens a lot. Double standard is a hell of a drug. Just saying. Understandable. It's everywhere. Double standards are everywhere. Does not matter. Like the whole Emerald situation. Not the Emerald situation. What's that situation? I forgot. But it's not Emerald. I got a video coming for that shit too. That shit is crazy. Miss Kiv, you was a hoe. You was a bitch ass nigga on soul. But you been a bitch ass nigga. And I always knew it was something weird about this nigga. Anyway, let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic.
It really happened. But the only problem is that when it does happen, people run to the internet or run to the timeline and just straight up invalidate you. And especially because he's a cameraman, nobody's gonna care about him and his feelings. Now, because this situation got revitalized based off of Nina's total dismissal of Saheed's feelings, people started to pick up on this story again. And those bigger content creators like XQC and Azam Gold basically pressed Twitch's B-Star about, hey, how are you gonna address this situation?
I don't understand why they thought anything was gonna happen either. Like, XQC, Azam Gold, y'all was in y'all prime back in the days, you heard me? Like, y'all still popping, like, don't get it fucked up. Y'all still popping, y'all turn that stream on, plenty of people gonna come up in that bitch. But I'm gonna keep it wholeheartedly, like, cool. Influencers out of there, dog. Y'all not making them no money for real. The only people making them money is Cosnet and them, and they barely give a fuck about him. You seen what the nigga that on Twitch just did, the cut? He can't be on the Mount Rushmore? What? Why not? He's doing more for Twitch than anybody. I'm not gonna lie though. That's another think piece for another day. I feel like Twitch has downhill ever since that IRL shit. Downhill, cuz. And it ain't one specific person's fault. It's not, because everybody trying to put it on Kai, put it on all these other people. No, it's not. It's the audience. It's the audience it attracts. It's the attitude of the audience it attracts, and it's the copycats they make. I got peeling skin and shit. It's the copycats that they make. It's all that other shit. It's not one sole person that's the cause of all this. It's plenty of people. It's plenty. Twitch ain't Twitch no more, gang. Twitch ain't esports. Twitch ain't speed runs. Twitch ain't gameplays with the bros. Twitch ain't having fun no more. Twitch is a get rich quick scheme for some. For some. If you could make that shit shake, you can make that shit shake. If you can't, it is what it is. You gotta find a different lane. You feel me? If that makes sense, that makes sense. I hope it makes sense because I'm trying to make sense, but I can't make sense if it's not making sense to y'all. I need y'all help. You feel me? But hey, I digress. We're gonna talk about that in another video. Let's get back into it.
This is something we didn't know about, and now that we do know about it, what are you gonna do?
Isn't it crazy this bitch hasn't gotten banned yet? She hasn't, right? So let me get this straight. So it's been a whole day. Everybody been talking about this. You have this girl that sexually assaults a guy on camera, and she not even banned. Wow. We're gonna bring this up tomorrow. Like, actually, I'm thinking about maybe I should tell somebody that works at Twitch about this. In order to make sure that, honestly, to make them legally liable. Because, like, now you knew about this, right? Like, now you knew that there was sexual assault that happened. It's on video. And like, now, you know, that's it. And so I think they know, man. Yeah, but it's
they
different
do
if, like,
know.
I have it right there.
They know. They
right
just
there.
don't
do
care.
it in writing. Oh, I will.
They
I'll
just
do it in
don't
writing.
care.
Now, as
bro.
Mgo just said, there opens up a plethora of interesting talking points. First and foremost, Twitch has an inconsistency problem when it comes to this type of stuff. There's no doubt in my mind that they had saw this clip or this is something that was on their radar. Hell, they'll see it if I drop a slur on my stream. But it's interesting that they took this long to even do some sort of addressing of the situation, and I think it's quite strange how they handled it. It's also interesting that he claims that he has the ability to make somebody legally liable to do certain things, and this has always existed. I say that because there are situations that have happened in the past in which Twitch has not handled something. Asmongold or other big content creators and streamers on the platform knew about the situation, but honestly did not leverage the power that they have in order to clean up the platform.
Because the power is not there like it was before. I don't know how many times niggas gotta say this. Your power isn't there. If you're not making Twitch no money, bro, they don't give a fuck about you. You could have had the biggest audience on earth. Man, I take that back. I take that back. Because Kai making him mad bread and he don't give a fuck about him. He fake as fuck in front of him. How you gonna say on his stream you could be on Mount Rushmore, on Twitch Mount Rushmore, but all on a whole nother different nigga stream, he can't be in your Mount Rushmore now? Get the fuck out of here, dog. And then he talking about some, I had to say it, I was there. Bro, get the, man.
Get these sickos and perverts off of the platform. Now, don't get me wrong, we're definitely looking at the platform as a whole and how they handle these types of situations. Ultimately, Twitch did lay down a ban on both Nina and Zoe Spencer. Hold on now, Omar, I gotta say something real quick. In less than 48 hours of both of them being banned, now it is official that both Nina and Zoe Spencer are unbanned after being banned after committing SA on camera to Saeed, Silky's assistant. And I'm here to tell you that Twitch, the platform, just doesn't care about SA. Now, it's probably something to note, and it's something I'm going to talk about later in the video, but Zoe did.
Birds of the feathers flock together. Birds of the feathers flock together. Twitch CEO might be on that Epstein list.
It put out her apology video months ago, and now Nina has put out her apology video over the weekend. It seems as though that's all that it takes on the platform like Twitch, because Mango, another streamer, if you remember from Ludwig's burial card video, who was essaying a bunch of different women, humping them without their clothes on, giving them physical contact, etc., is also back on the platform. So that would make 3 people this year who are on high-profile streams with high-profile streamers, etc., who have been committing SA on stream, getting banned off the platform and then unbanned in no time. I think PR played a large role as to why Twitch even went about doing what they did, you know, the unbannings and the statements and everything like that. But I think it's interesting how quickly they are able to and willing to reverse the actions that they made. Is the SA serious or is it not? And Twitch is making it as clear as possible that they really don't care about any of this stuff for real. Like, they just want people to feel like they care, feel like some sort of action was done, have the streamers make their announcements saying, good,
Let me tell you what they want. They want y'all to not care about this situation. Because they don't care about the situation. They see a nigga getting ass thrown on them. The double standard in this is so serious. Because Saeed is a dude. Now, maybe if it was a girl, they probably would have banned him for longer. But then again, I don't know. Because that whole Emerald situation, I heard they banned Cub for 30 days. Or a week or whatever the fuck it was. But that wasn't, people complained about it, and then more people complained about it, Then they made the ban longer. Well, actually, they indefinitely banned him. Which, honestly, dude should have been arrested out the gate. He walked out that door fresh and free. A ban ain't gonna cut it. He didn't learn the lesson. He didn't. He's still gonna be doing the same bullshit. He probably gonna get back into TwitchCon. All they gotta do is cut his hair. It ain't like they gonna know. It ain't. I don't know, dog.
Glad the platform did, etc., and then ultimately unban them, because they also do know that the unbans are gonna get, you know, not as much traction or not as many views as the actual original banning of them. It's actually sick behavior and disgusting, but it does track for a platform like Twitch. Now back to the video. Now, after getting cooked by a plethora of streamers like Stable Ronaldo, YBG, and McQueen.
I mean, yeah, she's a fucking weirdo. I don't know how it took that long. That's a literal crime. And you know it's bad when she admitted and she said that he should be embarrassed. Like, what are you, what? That was like the worst thing you could have ever said.
As we go to XCC react to it, and they're like, she should be banned. And then she's like, I'm sorry.
Well, they're not even useful to the fucking platform. Who gives a fuck?
They shouldn't be done crazy, but there should be some consequences.
They shouldn't be done crazy.
Because the fact of the matter is, nigga, if two men did this shit, it would look terrible.
Look terrible, McQueen. We going straight to jail, nigga. We going straight to
women
jail.
Will be trying to cancel that man. Rightfully so.
Fuck her canceling. Fuck her canceling. They gonna try to kill this nigga.
Why is it okay to do that when men do it? But why? But it's not. Nigga, but they not getting. The women aren't getting the same type of. They're not getting the same treatment.
Double standards.
Nah, doesn't matter if it was all fun and games. You shouldn't do that shit, especially not on stream. Nigga, keep your hands to yourself. Okay?
It's that simple.
If the nigga want to be a mark and run away from Sakuchi, cool. Leave him alone. Let that nigga be a buster and run away from Sakuchi. Now you're just forcing this shit on this nigga.
We finally got an apology from Nina after, you know, this whole incident happened.
I'ma always be all right, bro. Trust me. But I want to make sure he's okay with that ass. Because he's been very nice. He's always been very nice to me, you know? This situation, what I'm talking about, has nothing to do with YBG and none of that. So I don't want to hear his name, but it only has to do with me and Saeed. And listen, I'm old enough to own up to what I did wrong. And during the situation, I genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. I just thought he was laughing, so I'm like, oh, like we all just laughing and geeking. But yeah, I see. It is wrong. It is really, really wrong. And what we did was wrong. You know, he clearly was uncomfortable with it, you know, and he was very hurt by it, so that's all that we know.
Her eyes not crazy? That's not crazy? Now, to me, it's interesting, but also very expected that Nina Lim would apologize after this specific removal of her account from Twitch. It lends a lot of people to believe that she actually doesn't have a lot of remorse. It's just a situation where she's trying to save face. And as for Zoe Spencer, she actually apologized.
And that's what every nigga on Twitch. That's every single body that has gotten caught with some crazy shit. That's everybody, including this Miskiff situation. He did the same thing. He got on, apologized for being an asshole, and cried. Man,
earlier
fuck
this year. Now, granted, a lot of people would say that it came from the backlash of Soul Illuminati, but she did it well before any sort of punishment or any sort of banning was levied down from Twitch.
So lucky So ain't come back for this. Oh, God.
I didn't mean to make him feel uncomfortable whatsoever. And I know that I definitely crossed the line with everything. I was just trying to be funny. And I was just trying to make a moment for the stream. I see that what I did came off all wrong, and it's on me. I take full accountability for that. I just want to say, Saeed, and to anybody out there that I made feel uncomfortable, I'm genuinely sorry. I'll definitely do better moving forward. I want the stream life.
She really don't care. She just wants them niggas to shut the fuck up. Which, in all honesty, wait. Don. Tell me out, dog. I got this from you. My nigga said, what you resist persists, and what you chase escapes. If they would have, I guarantee you, this shit came out, right? Boom, they got banned. Boom. I guarantee you, if they came back after the unban and didn't apologize at all, and just kept streaming, and just kept adding on clips on top of clips on top of clips until this whole situation was buried, everybody would have just forgotten. Nobody would have cared. Been a whole cover-up. On God. They gave this situation. I mean, they're doing a noble thing. They're apologizing. They're letting everybody know, okay, yeah, I was wrong. My fault. Whether they believe they was wrong or not, that's besides the point. I hope y'all didn't hear that.
Feel comfortable and have a good time, but definitely not at the cost of somebody feeling uncomfortable or feeling violated.
Now look, essay is essay, and I don't want anybody comparing the severity between what has been displayed in the Mizkif video that I released a little bit earlier and this video. I don't think that that's the productive conversation to have. The more productive conversation to have is, what is this culture that's going on in the streaming community that thinks that stuff like this is okay and acceptable? Who are the enablers? Who are the people that can be stopping this? Who is aiding in these situations? And why do we have a platform that routinely is inconsistent as to how they handle these things? I think
because y'all didn't want to switch to Kick. Y'all didn't want to switch. Everybody seen it, which is crazy. Now, understandable. Kick is not really it's not really it. That shit is failing. Let's be honest. Kick got his own problems over there. But nobody else is trying to make a platform where shit like this gets regulated. There is no bias. There is no, oh, you're famous than this person, you're more famous than this person, or you're making this much, you're making this much money, we're gonna put you over this person. It's none of that. They don't have another platform. They don't have anywhere else to go. Everybody just wants to stay on Twitch. Don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so mainstream now. But I'm telling y'all, Twitch is gonna fall off. This whole streaming bubble shit is gonna fall off as well. Streamers are getting paid more than fucking doctors, fucking NBA players, fucking rappers. Like, dude. And I honestly feel like NBA players and all them be getting overpaid. Now, I understand y'all athletes, y'all superstar athletes, this is the top tier of the game. But why the fuck are you getting $1 million to dribble a ball? Cause I feel like $250K and all that is suffice for a nigga dribbling a ball. Y'all not doing too much. Y'all okay, y'all celebrities, y'all play basketball. There should be a cap on that shit. Niggas playing basketball every day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not on that level, but they could be if they got a shot. You never know. I just feel like the world is given to the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? We live in a world where the wrong thing thrives. If that makes sense. The wrong thing will get a nigga famous faster than the right thing. There is no reason why a doctor, surgeon, or anybody is making less than anybody. They are lifesavers. They're saving people's lives. They're taking care of people. They're actually doing something. They're not doing what we doing. They're not doing what I'm doing. They're not sitting down in a chair, talking to a camera, watching a video, or playing a game, or walking around outside, or any of that shit. They're not doing that. They're actually doing something worth the time, worth the effort, worth actually doing. You feel me? I feel like they should have been getting paid. And I've been saying this for the longest. This ain't no, I'm nobody. This is coming from a nobody. You feel me? There's no reason why y'all should be making this much money. And the doctors and shit, the people that are actually saving lives. But say, God forbid, let's say your favorite streamer gets shot on camera. They gotta go to the hospital. Black Boy Mike's just had to go to the hospital. Black Boy and goddamn doing splits for LeBron. They both went to goddamn the hospital and they had to get saved. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for them doctors, y'all wouldn't be seeing them niggas no more. They need that money more than anybody else. I ain't gonna say more than anybody else, but they definitely deserve that money more. They deserve it. That's just my opinion, though. Let's get back into it.
Part of the reason why people feel as if they can continue to do these things is because there's not a serious platform that's going to give serious punishment based off of your actions and behaviors on stream.
I just said that.
Just think about this. I'm a new streamer on the block, and I know if I essay a woman on stream for the clicks, likes, and views and send out an apology, Twitch is only going to give me a 24-hour ban. What's really stopping me from doing
24-hour ban? And maybe a $50,000 bonus when you get back.
Doing these things. And hell, as we speak, I'm pretty sure Mizkif is not suspended or banned from the platform as well. I'm putting a challenge, and I mean a real hard challenge on Twitch to do what needs to be done and keep these people off the platform. And the next people that I'm looking at is you, the viewing audience. Not necessarily directly blaming you, but you know, the bigger you as a whole. Stop giving your views and stop giving your eyeballs to these people who are bad and evil. Gang, there are...
Brother, I get you. But we got a president named Trump, and he's the worst of them all. And they giving this nigga their eyes, ears, hands, mouth, all that. I don't think Twitch is the least of your problems. You know what I'm saying? We got real life problems out here, dog. Real life problems. The viewers are the viewers. They gonna view regardless. They don't care. They don't care. Half of the viewers don't give a fuck about the situation at hand. They just want to see some entertaining shit, or they just want to see a girl, or they just want to see, you know what I'm saying? They don't really care. They don't. Most of these people are parasocial as fucking. Swear to God, these folks know them. No, that's how this shit go though.
So many other content creators who don't do these types of things. At the bare minimum, you could just at least not be so deeply involved with these streamers that you will blindly back them no matter what. That's the type of stuff that leads to all this behavior being enabled. And that's where we get nasty situations like what happened with Saeed, what happened with Imaru, what happened to Senna, what happened to Emily CC, what happened to any of these young women and young men. I'm asking you, and I'm asking myself, I'm asking the community as a whole, Twitch, the platform, everybody. Let's start taking SA seriously. Let's get these people out of here.
Well, that's that video, y'all. Shit, y'all give me y'all thoughts and opinions on it. Me personally, dog, I said everything I had to say. The shit just don't. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't think this shit will ever be taken seriously by anyone because there's no real consequence to the situation. The only thing it's really doing is just bringing more eyes and more views, more money to the people involved. So Saeed probably ain't gonna get nothing out of this. I mean, he might get a couple clicks, likes, follows off Twitter and shit like that, but he not really gonna get nothing out of this. But Nina and Zoe, since the attention is on them, people are gonna go to click on their page just to see what's going on. You feel me? And that's where the problem stems from. Shit like this generates clicks, likes, and views, and that's what people want. Twitch unbanned them for the simple fact of they know people gonna click on that profile. The more clicks you get, the more money Twitch make. That's just how that's just how I see it. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm not. I don't know. But that's it for me, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your guy. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.